Testing. Oh, okay. Bruh, chat, I don't even know what's going on. Hopefully y'all heard the song. If not, my bad. Um, Thought I had everything set, but I guess not. Turn that down a little bit. What's good? It's your boy, Just a Random Guy Living Life. Y'all know what it is, man. We back. We live. We here. I promised a month full of streams. I'm going to try and hit every day. As y'all seen in the description, make sure y'all comment, DM, use your channel points to let me know what we should do as a kind of incentive or challenge for the project there. Um, if I fail again to stream, I believe I said something like at least 10 times this month. Or no, I think I said like 13. So like missing 2 streams. Then I do that punishment or whatever it be. So let me know. We're going to do that for this month, especially because of the months. Well, the month, what it is. Happy Black History Month to everyone out there who celebrates, despite what's going on and everything. But yeah, that's on the table. Let me know. We're going to try and stream. We're also going to do some reaction streams for the first time this month. So be ready for that. More cooking, everything else coming soon. But today we're going to play a new game. I did see while I was scrolling through some different areas in the PlayStation Store, and I heard about it, but I haven't played it, so I thought it'd be a good thing to start with. And then later this week, we'll try some other stuff. But before we get into any game, y'all know what it is. We're going to start with today's daily scripture. Oh, hold on. And of course, Alexa goes off right before I start. But we're going to start with today's daily scripture, which is James chapter 1, verse 17. And the scripture does say, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. And again, just in case, James chapter 1, verse 17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. And I do know today's daily scripture talks about dealing with temptation. And I did see another excerpt talking about kind of breaking the cycle of sin. Let me know if y'all want to talk about that in the future. But today we're going to break down the first part of it, dealing with temptation, as it talks exactly about this scripture, being James chapter 1, 12 through 18. And we do see with this scripture there that within each of us are desires, which is talked about more again in this scripture we just read today and also the verses before. This word is something translated as, or sometimes translated as lust, suggesting that desires are always bad. But it is not necessarily so. A desire can be legitimate, but it could also be twisted. If that twisting of a legitimate desire takes place deep down within us because of our fallenness, then it's possible that if we're exposed to external testing and respond out of a warped desire, we will be dragged down. As James said, temptation comes from our own desires, which entice us and drag us away, in verse 14, right before the daily scripture today. And this phrase, dragged away, means to be hooked like a fish. And in the end, we are utterly defeated. Now, James said the results of this situation, that was a testing to prove us, has turned into a temptation that has produced sin and death. And we cannot say God is tempting me or it's God's fault, as it does state in verse 13. We need to respect the truth about God. And James talked about God's character. God is not temptable. He is utterly holy. Not only is he not temptable, but he does not tempt. He permits. So he uses tempting, but never with a view to our sinning, always with the view to our maturing. And again, that's very important to keep in mind. As again, I know it goes deeper in talking about breaking the cycle of sin, which the book of James, or at least this first chapter of James, does break down and talk about a lot. So I encourage you to definitely read the full chapter, if not the full book as well. Again, since it's only a few chapters there, I believe total of 5. So a very small book, easy to read, a good one to start with. But that is today's daily excerpt here today on Daily Scripture as well. And we are finna get into the game, hoping that everything doesn't crash. Let's see. Everybody send your prayers up. All right, chat. As soon as I seen the flash, I'm going to click the button. Oh. Okay, let me do this. Maybe I got to do this. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth. Yeah, let's go. Bet. We're going to play the Stanley Parable. I think I seen Dashy play this or somebody else play this, but I never watched the gameplay. I just seen like thumbnails and stuff. So I don't know what it's really about. I said it's a office adventure or something like that. So we're going to check it out, see what is going on. Yeah, I know y'all peeping the do, man. Y'all peeping a little. Oh, it's probably a little dark. I don't know if y'all can really see it. But the boys twist is back. I'm about to start some starter lock soons. Pray for your boy. We out, chat. By the end of the year, we're going to be good. Have I played Stanley's Parable before? No. I'll turn it up so y'all can see. Y'all can see. Let's go like right there. It's barely visible. Enter the current time. I'm not going to cap. It's about that time. If we're being exact, it's about that time. Accessibility settings in the menu. All right, bet. All right, let's get into it. Let me know. I hope the camera's in a good spot. We won't see though. Field of view. Increase that. Camera sensitivity. Language English. Subtitles large. Oh, the camera's in the way. Y'all can't see this.
You know what?
I bet. Hold on, let's go. I bet. Alright, we should be good. Let's start. Never the end. It never ends. What did it say?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I bet.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Man,
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
Until...
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. My office? Now what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Not the printer's printing with no people. Hey, yo. Meeting room. In here? In here? No. Okay, L2's how you squat.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, into the door on the left. Oh, what? I bet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
How
there.
to solve a dispute with a coworker? Take it out passive aggressively on. I couldn't even read. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Slick blue graphic header. They will calm and productive work. What? Everyone is unique. You most of all. What? What did he tell me to do? Also, L1 and R2 do the same things. Alright. I think I'm supposed to go this way. There you go. Okay, where am I supposed to go now?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Is it less? You can't jump. So X is how you jump. Get your first trophy. No, X is how you interact.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Give me the pin?
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2, 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yo. Bro, chat, what's going on? Oh, new level.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yo.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Or I could walk left where it says escape. He told me to think for myself.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
And okay,
But of
I'll
course,
go this way.
Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Or is he bluffing?
Nope, still on board with death.
He's got to be bluffing, chat. bluffing. This is the exit.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Bro, he's bluffing. He's bluffing. Okay, no, that's a pitfall. Alright, if it wasn't just a giant hole, I would have kept going. Or maybe there's a cushion at the bottom. Chat, somebody let me know. Should I drop down the hole or should I go back? I feel like he's playing me. He's definitely playing me, bro. He's definitely playing me, but it's alright. Mind controller goes. He's definitely bluffing, bruh. Ah, it won't let me run. How do I run? What is this? Can't really make it out. He said at this point, he's making a conscious effort to kill himself. I'm like, what, bro? Alright, let's find out. Oh, I'm stuck now.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I guess so.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Hey, yo.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's my number? 427, right there. Hey, yo. Alright, I guess I gotta go this way.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I mean, all he did was type what they told him to type for days,
No,
years.
he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Mind control idle. What? What am I supposed to do? Right here? Console disabled. I'm lost, chat. I need to see a 3 or 4, but alright. On 3 or 4 in here. System power. Off.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, He knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to every... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Oh, he's sick.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Bro, it's tweaking.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke.
Goodbye,
and believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Now, how was I supposed to know bro was gonna go tweaking, bruh? I just wanted to see what happens if I press on.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Bro,
what
so you
could
want
it
to control
mean?
the story? All right,
Stanley
let's
decided
die.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Like, bro, what kind of mess? He's tweaking. Man, I made it so far.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So ultimately, I gotta listen to bro's story, and then whatever.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm locked. Oh, door's open. Did I make it out? He didn't say nothing. Come on, bro. How long does this elevator go? Let's be so for real. Even Stanley singing. Come on, let's gotta end at some point, bro. Come on, like. Alright, so how long should I give you? I'll give it a few minutes. No way. No way. No way. So no matter what I press, it was gonna come back up. That's crazy. So the elevator just shook in place? Like, come on, bro. What? That's actually crazy. It just shook in place.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Nothing else?
2845. For God... But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh, he just opened the door. Oh no, whoever made this game is funny. I was about to see what happens if I just kept guessing. Oh, he said for hey yo. Oh, hey yo. Hey yo? Hello? What that was, that's the secret exit? That's if I keep going forward. Okay, no, I'm just stuck. I'm stuck in place. Alright, man. Because people can't be serious. Why are they dropping stuff right outside right now? All in the chat. Alright, we're gonna get it right this time. Let's hit the off button and see what happens.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I know if I go that way, he's just about to kill me.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I guess so, we're gonna find out. We're gonna play by his rules, see what happens. Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
We'll find out.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
There's gotta be a way to pass. I just didn't know how to pass it. He didn't give me enough clues. Where do I go? Other way?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he...
Is that it?
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No facts, is it over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Hey, yo, beat the game, gold trophy? That's a gold trophy for real? 27% of people don't beat the game? Alright, so... Huh. Yeah, let's try every door.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Touch everything in the office. Waiting input.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Said input received. What does that mean? No chat. One of these doors is gonna open.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Man, he literally locked every door.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Why do you mention the paintings? Okay.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
All right, bro.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Alright, bro, relax.
But at last, he had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
First open door on my left. Nah. I'm gonna go straight. Caution. Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. Okay?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wait. Do not jump from the cargo lift while in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1,000. Penalty from jumping, death. Talks about 5,000. It just said you'll die. Oh, you need a card. Maybe if I find a card. Did he lock these doors? Yeah, he locked the door. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. I'm gonna get on.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's he talking about? He didn't introduce me to know her at the end of the last time. Now he kidnapped somebody I love? Oh, it's a black door.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I'm gonna pick it up this time. Oh, what happened?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
He didn't have to gas me like that, chat.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oh, he trapped me in a room. What happens if I don't press it? What happens if I don't press it?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I'm pressing circle. I'm pressing circle. I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna do my own thing. He won't let me press anything else.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Dang.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Hey, yo. Spend time with the boys?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At
You were
last,
right.
choice.
You were
It
right.
barely even mattered
He's
what
mad
lay
at me,
behind
Chad.
each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to
Oh,
behold.
he's mad at me, chat. Prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this
Hey, yo.
fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Hey, yo.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
I didn't push anything. Bro, what is this game, bro? What? Oh, okay, I'm going right. I'm not answering the phone.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I swear it was open. That's right, I'm going. Come on. Zoomy. 2 doors.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeet! I will look for a card.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Get on the lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Oh, really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Give me one more chance.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Chat, should I walk through the red door? Or should I keep forward in my path? I'm going to the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Whoa.
Stanley walked through the red door.
He said he's on my side, and then he made me redo it. What door I walked through?
I still don't think we're communicating
Whoa.
properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I'd written out specifically for you? You don't think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Oh, snap.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh, snap.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Yeah, bro, what? That's not real. Those can't be real. 21% of players skipped the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. How long did it take you to get the correct door? Compete against others to improve his career? Your friends list empty? What, bro?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really
What the heck
take
is this
notice.
game, bruh?
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
He expects me to... Bro, I'm not about to let the baby burn.
heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
This is nice. I like this. This is mad random though, like. Hey, yo.
Ah, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I'm completely lost. The whole game didn't change.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Bro, okay. Took over?
Wonderful.
Yes,
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun. Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Oh, that's a goal for sure. Golason! spin around.
Are
Whoa!
you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
I'm having a lot of fun.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes.
He's mad.
You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll... Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Bro, what is going on? This is so trippy. Can't jump. No, I'm not going back. I refuse to go back.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Now what? Bro took over my game, like... Oh my gosh, that's how it ends?
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Nah, because is he telling the story again or is he mad at me?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
He thought I was just gonna forget?
The lounge was
I'm in
sublime,
control, gang.
a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm gonna go through that door.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really,
Let's hope I
I'm not.
don't miss.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Give me one more chance.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that?
Just don't make me burn a baby again, Jim.
And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Good. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Is he gonna make me burn the baby again?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
What does he mean?
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I gave him 2 5s, and he said I said his game was awful. What?
Aha, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? But it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Creep tower.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there. Oh, no, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Almost made it.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close
How
call.
you sprint?
You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You could just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Alright, so I know I'm just gonna fall now. I'm gonna go to the book
I
and
think
fall.
this will be just the thing.
Alright, let me see what happens if I just instantly fall. Because he was like, if you fall...
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Man,
Stanley,
this goes
if you
so
manage to
slow.
get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I'm gonna get lost, okay?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun. Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
What to do now? Come on. There's gotta be something to do here. Besides just falling off. That's the edge. That's the edge. That's the way I went last time. Alright, let's go this way. Who made this game? Alright, I'm gonna go sit on my desk at the end. Let's see what happens this time. Wait. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you now. Bro. Hey, yo. So I wasn't even supposed to do anything. I was supposed to go in and leave.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
I am happy with
And if
my
he's
choice,
learned
Meg.
the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. very soon. I can wait.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna do the interactions with the computer. Oh, my phone is ringing. Whose phone?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Yeah. So the more you play, the more that happens? Where's the input computer? Where's the input computer? Bro hasn't spoke one time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nah, I'm gonna do my own things.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's do it.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
No way he pump faked me.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
Double pump
What
fake
was I
is
thinking?
crazy.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see.
Double
We went
pump
down,
fake is
right,
crazy.
left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Thought the van was gonna hit me. Nothing to get.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
You really saying it to the beginning?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's my interaction computer? Trying to get my interactions up.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Hey, yo!
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, chat. Which way should I go? There's like 5 doors. Alright. Obviously, left and right is the way we've always gone. I'm gonna go left. Left. Behind the chairs. And this way. Wait. Let me go this way.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No, gang.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, because it was just every door was open.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I'm going to leave that on. Let's see if that allows me to hit one of these. Nope. Well, I won't even let me shake the doors. Oh, there it goes.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Say less. Definitely not there before.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Here it comes.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Hey, yo?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
I win?
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Beat the game, chat!
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
For like an hour,
Okay?
bro.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
He painted a line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Bird, follow the line. Ooh, the line went right. We've never gone right before. Okay. Follow the line. Wait, hold on. I wanted to play. It's alright. Follow the line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Alright. Copyright.
Cut the music, go back, and look at that fern.
No.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know Stanley Parable, right?
We've never
the
been
story?
this way.
Is
Hey, wait.
any of this ringing a
Wait.
bell?
Wait, follow the new line? Oh. Then it just takes us back to that part.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh my gosh, bro. Follow the line again? Maybe.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Which direction? Ooh, new door. Somehow I start progressing
yes,
in the
this
game. I
is
don't know.
exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
No way he's got me running in
Go
circles.
wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
We're just going the same way we're going now. It's literally going the exact same way we're going. Alright.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
The confusion ending? You've been playing confusion ending for 17 minutes? What? Deviate from the maintenance room, end up in the monitor room. Narrator restarts the game. First restart. Bro, how many restarts are there?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
But it's
You're telling
unable
me
to go anywhere, do
that's
anything.
what this
the game restarts
is?
on its own.
It's all one
Find a line
giant
of game,
ending?
Begin to follow the line.
And we're supposed to
Find an
restart the game
identical line.
eight times?
Narrator restarts
That's
the
really
game.
how all this goes?
There is no longer an office,
It's all
simply a space.
determined?
Narrator is gone. After a
So
long
now,
slow
according to
time,
the schedule,
Stanley
I
dies.
restart again. Then what?
What?
Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it
Why
really?
not?
No, it
It's
can't
been
be.
18 minutes.
I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh, so there's no narrator and I'm just gonna die?
Stanley had never seen the office
came
this
back.
brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
He wasn't supposed to be back. The only door I haven't gone through is that door right there. 426. I think I went... Oh, and this door right here. I don't think I've gone through 427. New content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
That's a great question. Oh.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Ultra Deluxe.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Okay.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yeah?
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new
Hey, the
adventures await
DLC
in
mid-game?
the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I mean, yeah, let's do it, chat. New content, DLC mid-game.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
The circle jump? The jump circle?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle? Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
No way.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. if you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Do I get a choice? Nope. Oh. Man, chat. Bro, I gotta pause. Bro, oh my gosh, I gotta pause. Because when I tell y'all I went down the rabbit hole by accident, I didn't know it was gonna go this deep. I thought it was gonna be another short little thing. I was gonna end it at an hour 30. Bro, we've been playing this part for like, that's at 18 minutes just for that one run of the confusion, plus everything that led up to it. So, bro, we've been playing for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes at least on this single part. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I literally unlocked DLC mid-game. Like, what, bro? Like, what? Literally unlocked DLC mid-game.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Man, you know what? I'm gonna follow him.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
He's taking me back. What? Hey, yo!
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Pressurized gas. What? Oh, Steam. Oh, smile because it happened. Memory lane. Demonstration. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. It is impossible to get this achievement. Unachievable. British Academy Award. British Academy Award. It's cap. New video game releasing today. Deals tough choices. Little Stanley.
Je suis dans la Memory Zone, seul sur la pluie des loups.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
An hour of new elevator content. I'm weak. Okay, well, let me go that way. Wait. Nope. Thought it would. Alright, the original. Okay. Literally anything. Hey, yo.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
The series room. How do I get in?
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Now I can go this way.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Nuh-uh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Bruh, I'm just trying to end the stream, bruh. Like, where is you taking me? We should have been done. I did not mean to beat the game and unlock
Okay,
DLC.
let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say?
9 hours?
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable...
Alright, nah, because I thought he was going to stop at some point.
Oh, you're back,
He
you
was really
see.
about to
You were
start telling a
only
whole
frozen
nother
in
story.
time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more...
So he wanted me to press it twice.
Well,
Just
there,
say that.
sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know.
I don't care.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door. Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours is crazy.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
He's gone.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with...
I think not. That's better. That's more like it. Skip again even though he's not talking. Say less. Skip! Dang. The clock fell down.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, "End."
Because he just came back yapping? Oh, bro, let me out!
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
Is he okay,
never
chat?
the end, is never the end,
yo?
is never the end, 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 is never
Bro's
the
lost
end,
it.
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
He's lost it. tower is being made as we speak. We're almost out of here. A few more skips. A few more skips. Alright, a few more skips. I see daylight now. Come on. Come on, fall down for me. Fall down for me. Oh, hey, yo. Okay. Or not. The end is never the end. That never's the end. That never the end. That never the. Hey, yo. What happened to the plants? That does not sound good. Yeah, I'm gone. Hey, yo. Not the whole building tilted. Yo, skip button. Gazer! Gazer! All the ones know what that is. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. Bro, I don't even know if I should continue.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, there's always been a computer there. New content? I'm
Oh,
tempted.
good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Go to the right. Go to the right. Go to the right. No! I've been played! Oh, please. Don't drag me to the same thing again.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Say swear. Did this get made?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old plus busted. New hotness. Cool red section off chart. They're back. 2 doors. What? Paradigm shift, synergy, brick and mortar approach, envelop client-centric marketing, the color red, leverage holistic value, more TSP, better TSP, win-win. Why I can't choose the design? Ooh, which one's the best though? Ooh, this one right there, the Stanley Parable 2 with the 2 like that. That's kind of fire. I mean, the classic is not bad. I guess it's what they settled on. I like number 5. Number 5 is clutch. They may ask me to vote. Oh, that one's not bad too. Or that one. 2 people.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. Okay. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Sequels are good. Half-Life, Batman Arkham Asylum 2. What? What was that noise? The short floor is this way. New features. I'm supposed to take a seat.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Please no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Jump circle!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Ooh. Free easy trophy. Get yours right now.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come to... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
trophy. Lied to me and said get a trophy now.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Let's see. Can you find them? Hey, yo.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Somebody in the chat
I
tell me,
don't
though,
want
are
to
they making
stifle
a
the
second
intrinsic
game?
joy of watching a
I'll have to
number
hop
go
on that on
up. You
drop.
simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
There's 6 of them? Collect them all. I go back. No, I got played. Collect them all.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Yeah, I'm gonna collect them all, don't worry. Come on. That's the exit. I don't want to leave yet. I'm trying to collect them all first. One to 6. Settings, world champion, infinite hole. That's new. Alright. Bro, I'm so lost on this game. Here, your name in game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, why not?
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on? Jim. See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name, the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
He's mad. Where's these other collectibles? I'm not collecting 6, it's alright.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Yeah, he's a hater. Oh my gosh, bro. What's up here?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Bro, why would I want to just hold this bucket?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
It's gotta be infinite hole this way. Infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Came alive.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
How far away does it go?
Since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
How far does it go?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
It's not infinite, huh?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
Pause.
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite... Great! Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you, I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on! Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Open the bottom. Alright, bro. Whoops! Sorry, I'm playing. I'm not doing that again. Oh my gosh, right? There's some cool features coming to part 2. I'm looking forward to it if it's a real thing. This game is kind of lit though. I'm not gonna cap. It's pretty fun. I can't believe I beat it in one day though. It's crazy. What else did I miss? Is that everything? I went that way. I tried the new. I got the bucket. That's new, yeah. Collectibles. Yeah. Alright, I guess that's it. It was fun while it lasted.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah, let's get out of here. I don't know if this is the end of the game, but hopefully I've done a lot. New mug. No screenshots, please, no screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Hey, yo.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they wouldn't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Number 5.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Man, I really beat the game? Nah, chat. That's kinda gas.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job.
Alright, we already been to this. No way? This is not... Yeah, bro, I'm done. Hey, I'm done, bro. The sequel is now paused. Bro, I gotta stop, bro. We've gone too deep. If there's more to this game, let me know. Yeah, that was fun, man. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good start to this month. We'll be live tomorrow. Don't know with what yet. Maybe some new games. Maybe with the live stream of reactions. Sometime this week for sure. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. stay tuned. I'm going to just randomly pop up with something. Make sure you hit the noti bell, like, subscribe, comment, all those things. Check out YouTube for the videos I've been posting over there. And check all the links below. It's never too late to pre-order your book for CautiousSeries.com. You can get yourself one of these wonderful... Oh, where's the camera? These wonderful surprise letters, extra swag. I'm not going to spoil you on the swag, but there's tons of stuff comes with it. The book, y'all have already seen the book. Autograph as well. So let me know what y'all want to see, man. Everything else coming soon as well. Make sure you just see all the links below. Follow all the socials. Just Random Guy Living Life on everything. Cautious Series. Yeah. Well, we're going to be back. I'm going to try my best to hit that goal. I'll have to go back and check and see what I said. I think I said missing no more than 5 or no more than 2. It was one of the 2. But for sure, I'm going to hit at least 10 streams. 10 streams or 15 streams? See, I can't even remember. I'm going to make sure I hit at least every stream. I think I said... I'm going to watch it. Y'all watch it too. Go back. Watch the last few streams. I love y'all. We out of here. Have a good night. Peace.
The day that I meet you on the other side, and with all this pain that I've been through, I wish that